Namaste everybody and good morning. In this video, I'm going to guide you guys through a very simple, very easy, and very restorative morning flow to get into different areas of the body, create some core stability, and then just get in touch with our breath before we set out for the rest of the day. So I'm going to invite you all to come into a seated position. This is called a Akasana pose, which is easy sit pose. So you're going to have one ankle in front of the other. If you're feeling a little bit more spacious, you can come into a half lotus, full lotus. Otherwise, you're going to stay right here with me. And I'm just going to invite you to place the palms over your lap, roll the shoulder blades on towards the spine, and then begin to lengthen up towards the crown of the head so that the abdomen is activated and you're creating length throughout the entire body. Closing down the eyes if you haven't yet, and then just give yourself some time to bring your awareness inwards. Notice the sensations that you're feeling in the body. Notice the temperature in the room, the sound of your breath, the type of fabric that is on your clothing. And allow the thoughts to very gently drip away, becoming mindfully thoughtless throughout the rest of the practice. As you inhale, begin to circle the arms up and around the head, the palms meet in high prayer. From here, begin to lengthen through the fingertips, reach through the crown of the head a little bit more. And then as you exhale, bring your prayer hands down in front of the heart. We're going to re-roll the shoulder blades back on towards the spine so that the chest cavity is open. And then I'm going to invite you to set an intention or create an affirmation or mantra to carry you out through the rest of this practice. What is something that you're wanting to cultivate, to strengthen, to bring more awareness to? What is something within yourself that you're ready to release, that you're ready to surrender, that you're ready to trust into? Once it's been affirmed, once you see it and feel it in your mind's eye, you're going to circle the arms up and around the head one more time, gathering all the energy in the room. Palms come to a touch in high prayer. As you exhale, thumbs come down into your heart center. Beautiful. Place the palms right over the knees. And then I want you to stay exactly where you are. I'm going to come towards the side so that you can see what I'm doing with my spine. So we're going to do cat and cow here. As you inhale, the heart is going to come forward. The chin is going to lift. Inhale, reach. As you exhale, round through the spine, tuck the chin in towards the chest, and then extend through the arms. We're going to do two more just like that. Inhale, send the heart forward, the chin follows. Roll the shoulders back in space, open the front side body. And then as you exhale, send it in the opposite direction, as if there's a string tugging on the spine. Tuck the pubic bone in. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. Beautiful. Hold it in the exhale position, tucking the pubic bone in, tucking the chin in towards the chest, and then creating some space around the muscles in the spine. Hold it here for 3. The palms are supporting the weight of the upper body. Here's 2. And 1. Lovely. As you inhale, send the crown of the head back up towards the sky. Maybe the arms circle up and around the head. As you exhale, bring it all the way back down. Lovely. From here, we're going to take a very gentle twist. Left palm is going to come on the outside of the right hand, or excuse me, the right thigh. As you inhale, you're going to reach through the crown of the head. As you exhale, the right shoulder is going to guide you in towards a twist. You can use that right arm to support you. Let's take one more round of breath. Inhale, reach to the crown of the head, create space through the spine. And then as you exhale, right shoulder is going to guide you a little bit deeper. Hold it here for 3. Breathe right here for 2. very gently unravel on one. As you inhale, circle the arms up and around the head one more time. See if you feel a slight difference between the left and the right side of the torso. And then as you exhale, bring it over towards the opposite side. Right hand is on the outside of the left thigh. Inhale, you reach through the crown of the head. As you exhale, left shoulder guides you closer. One more breath, inhale. And exhale. You're going to hold it here for 3. Here's 2. And 1. Very gently unravel here. Beautiful. If you'd like, you can begin to bring your sit over to the long ways of your mat. You're going to inhale, reach to the crown of the head, and then the fingertips are going to guide you forward as you melt over the thighs. So for some of us, if there's a lot of tension and a lot of tightness in the body, we may be looking like this. If that's the case, don't be so concerned about folding over. If not, creating length through the spine. So I want this long linear line of energy coming through the crown of the head. And then very gently, inch by inch, maybe even centimeter by centimeter, you continue to move deeper. If you have a little bit more space, you're going to inhale and then exhale, bring the forearms down to the ground. Notice that I'm not rounding, but I'm creating length. Maybe I continue to walk the palms out. Chin is going to tuck in towards the chest, and then my forehead is in the same direction as the earth. We're going to take a full cycle of breath here. Inhale. And exhale. One more. Inhale. And exhale. Lovely. Very mindfully release. Roll the spine all the way up so that the shoulders are back over the hips. And then we're going to put the opposite leg in front. Cool beans. Same thing, opposite side. As you inhale, you're going to reach to the crown of the head, create length. As you exhale, you're going to bring yourself down to your level of flexibility, right? So some of us may be here, some of us may be here, some of us may be in the full extension. Wherever you are, you're sending the chest forward, and then the neck is an extension of the spine. So you're looking down towards the earth, and you should feel a nice stretch coming in through the lower back, the outer hips, maybe even through the outer glutes. We're going to take a full cycle of breath here. Inhale. And exhale. One more. Inhale. And exhale. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Very gently on your next inhalation, roll yourself up, vertebra by vertebra, circle the arms up and around the head one more time. Notice the difference in this particular posture from the beginning of class and then how you feel now. Just a couple breaths into the body. Hold it here for 3. Continue to reach up towards the ceiling, but move the shoulders away from the ears. Here's 2. On 1, we're going to plant the hands, unravel the legs, and then find ourselves in a tabletop position. It's just going to be on all 4s. I'm going to pull my shorts down, excuse me. So from here, you're going to come onto all 4s. The wrists are underneath the shoulders, knees are underneath the hips. A lot of us may be kind of sagging through the belly. That's totally normal, especially if you're not used to bringing engagement towards the body. So if that's the case, tuck the pubic bone in and then engage the abdomen. So the belly button and the spine are pressing in towards one another. This is called Uddiyana Bandha. And then pretend that there's a hot teacup on your back, so you don't want to spill it, right? And just take a couple rounds of breath here, very gently pushing the earth away with the knees, gently pushing the earth away with the palms, and then pressing in towards the tops of the feet. Breathe here for 3. Notice what it's like to activate those stabilizing muscles in the core. Here's 2. On 1, we're going to move into cat and cow. So as you inhale, the belly comes down, the heart comes forward, the tailbone arches. Inhale. As you exhale, tuck the chin in towards the chest, round through the spine, and tuck the pubic bone in. We're going to do 2 more. Inhale, send the heart forward, the chin follows, the throat opens. Inhale. As you exhale, send it in the opposite direction. Tuck the pubic bone in. Your gaze is at the navel. Press up towards the spine. One more. Inhale. And exhale. Hold it in the exhale position, rounding the spine as much as possible, sending the pubic bone forward. We're going to breathe here for 3. Notice a soft contraction in the abdomen. Here's 2. On 1, you're going to come back into neutral spine. Once again, that teacup is back on towards your spine. So we're going to tap into our stabilizing muscles a little bit more. So the first variation, we're going to take our gaze down and we're going to send the left bicep right by the left ear. Just looks like this. For some of us, this may be more than enough. You're more than welcome to just hang out like this. You're going to feel an activation coming through the abdomen, and you're going to feel a little wobbly, especially if you're not used to these muscles. If you're ready for a little bit more, you're going to send the right leg back in space. You're going to flex through that foot, and now you have opposing forces here. Notice that I'm not sagging the belly and dumping into the shoulder, but I have integrity throughout my entire body. You're going to inhale, reach through the heel, reach through the fingertips. As you exhale, bring the knee in towards the elbow, round through the spine and lift it up. 2 more. Inhale, reach. Exhale, bring it in. Inhale, reach. Exhale, bring it in. We're going to hold it here nice and high. Bring that heel closer to the glute. Here's 3, 2. Inhale, send it out. Expand through the body. Listen very closely here. The only thing that's coming down is the hand. As you inhale, send that heel back in space. As you exhale, bring that knee as high into the armpit as possible. 2 more. Inhale. So you're waking up the core, saying good morning to the abdomen. As you exhale, bring it in. 1 more. Inhale, send it back. And then exhale, bring it in. You're going to hold it nice and high for 3. If the heel is dumping, send it close to the glute. Here's 2. On 1, we're going to plant the foot on the outside of the right hand. For some of us, we may have to shimmy. That's okay. As long as the ankle ends up below the knee, so you don't want to be here, you don't want to be here, but you want a full line of energy coming from both of these little joints. And then you're going to sink the hips down and towards the ground. And then bring the heart forward. This is called lizard lunge. See if you can press into the top of that back foot, and then maybe scoot that leg back a couple centimeters so that you're really pressing the hips forward, sending the heart forward. Lift the chin. Let's take an inhale here. As you exhale, let's extend through that front leg. Send the sits bones back in space. This is half split. Flex that front foot for me. We're going to do 2 more. Inhale, bring yourself forward, lizard lunge. As you exhale, send it back in space, half split. Beautiful. 1 more. Inhale. And exhale. Send it back here. We're going to hold this for a couple rounds of breath. So if you have a lot of tension in the hamstring, maybe the knee is bent. If that's the case, it's all gravy. Please do your best to protect this knee joint and not hyperextend through the backside of the leg. If you're a little bit more flexible, I want you to see if you can extend without, once again, putting too much tension on the knee, and you should feel the stretch in the belly of the hamstring. We're going to take a nice deep inhale, reach through the crown of the head, send energy out through the heel. As you exhale, melt just a centimeter deeper. 1 more breath. Inhale. And exhale. Lovely. As you inhale, bend through that front knee. Hips and the heart are going to follow. Inhale here just for a moment. As you exhale, you're more than welcome to stay in this variation, especially if you're a little tighter today. If you're wanting to move a little bit deeper, you're going to bring that back heel in towards the glute. Notice if that knee is coming out. See if you can keep it in range with the midline of the body. Maybe you grab hold of that foot. Maybe you come down towards the forearm. Remember, these are just options. If that doesn't sound good for you today, then you're more than welcome to take a softer variation. Either way, we're going to take a nice deep inhale. As you inhale, press the hips down towards the earth. Send the heart forward. As you exhale, let go of the breath, let go of the muscles. 2 more breaths. Inhale. And exhale. See if you can rotate the chest up, open towards the ceiling. 1 more breath. Inhale. And exhale. Lovely. Very mindfully release that foot down towards the earth. Tuck the hands underneath you. We have a couple options here. If you want to take a modified side plank, all you're going to do is going to rotate this left ankle out towards the side, and then the right leg is going to come out as well. So the knee, the wrist, and the ankle are one line of energy as you reach the fingertips towards the earth, or excuse me, towards the sky. If you want to activate the obliques a little bit more, you're going to be in lizard lunge. Tuck the toe, lift that knee, and then send yourself into your side plank. Either way, the wrist, the hip, the ankle is one strong line of energy. See if you can press the hips up towards the ceiling, reach the fingertips up towards the sky, and then maybe your gaze follows. We're going to breathe here for 3. Pushing the earth away with that shoulder. Here's 2. On 1, you're going to rotate the chest down. You're going to hang out in plank pose. Tuck the pubic bone in so you don't have a Beyonce booty and you're not sagging, but once again, strong line of energy. On the knees or on the toes, you're going to inhale, send the shoulders past the wrists. As you exhale, melt it down, chaturanga. Notice that my wrists and my elbows are one line. Bring the belly down, press into the tops of the feet. Hug the elbows in. Inhale, lift the chin, lift the heart. Exhale, bring it down. 1 more. Inhale, lift the chin, lift the heart. And then exhale down. Beautiful. As you inhale, send the heart up, send it back. You can either send it into your child's pose, looks like this. Maybe you tuck the toes, send it up and back, downward facing dog. Whichever variation, whichever pose between the two sounds like something that seems delicious, sounds like something that you can rest in. Either way, I want you to continue to reach through the fingertips and then send the tailbone back in space. We're here for 3. We're here for 2. And 1. Very gently bring the knees back down towards the earth. We're going to take that same sequence towards the opposite side. So you're back into your tabletop position, wrists underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. Notice if you're sagging, tuck it in, press the belly button up towards the ceiling, spine down towards the earth. So you're engaging through the core. Give yourself a couple rounds of breath here for 3. Here's 2. On 1, we're going to do 1 cycle of cat and cow. So as you inhale, belly comes down, heart comes forward, peel the shoulders back in space. This is called cow pose. Inhale. As you exhale, tuck the chin in towards the chest, round through the spine. Notice if you feel a little bit more spacious throughout the body. Hold it here for 3. Pubic bone is tucked in, forehead is reaching back. Here's 2. On 1, beautiful, come back into your neutral spine. We're going to re-stabilize those muscles here. As you inhale, this time right bicep, right by the right ear, reach. Remember to keep that abdomen engaged. Some of us, this may be more than enough. If you're ready for a little bit more, you're going to send the opposite foot back in space, flex through the foot. Take a nice deep inhale, and then exhale, contract through the belly, lift the thigh, lift the elbow, have them kiss. 2 more. Inhale, opposing forces. Create expansion through the body. As you exhale, bring it in and little lift. 1 more. Inhale. And exhale. Hold it here for 3. Here's 2. On 1, you're going to inhale, reach and extend. Remember, the only thing that comes down now is the palm. That foot stays nice and high. Inhale, send that heel back in space. As you exhale, bring that knee as high into the armpit as possible. Beautiful. 2 more. Inhale. And exhale. Nice and high. 1 more. Inhale. And exhale. Hold it here for 3. Hold it for 2. On 1, plant that foot on the outside of the left hand. Remember, if you need to shimmy, you're more than welcome to. As long as that ankle ends up underneath the knee, we're in a good space. Make a couple adjustments if you need it to. Maybe you want to send this back extended leg a couple inches further. Press into the top of this back foot. As you inhale, the hips and the heart come forward, lizard lunge. As you exhale, extend through that front leg, send the sits bones back in space, create length through the hamstring. 2 more. Inhale, send yourself forward, bend through that knee, the hips follow. As you exhale, send it back in space, half split. 1 more. Inhale, bend it forward, the heart follows. Maybe you lift the chin, really open through the front side of the body. And then as you exhale, send it back in space. And then we're gonna hold it here for about 3 rounds of breath. So remember, if you need to bend through this extended leg, you're more than welcome to. Otherwise, you're gonna follow me. We're gonna stretch it out just a little bit more. This foot is going to stay flexed. Inhale, instead of rounding, I'm creating length. As I exhale, I move a centimeter deeper. 2 more, inhale. And exhale. Beautiful, last breath, inhale. And exhale. Lovely, on your next inhalation, bend through that front leg. You're going to press into the palm of the right hand. Remember, you're more than welcome to stay here, especially if it's a softer day for you. If you're ready to move a little bit deeper in towards the pose, you're gonna bring this back heel in towards the glute, and then you're gonna allow that left shin bone to stay in midline with the body versus allowing the knee to sag out. You're more than welcome to hang out here. Maybe you grab hold of a bind. Maybe the forearm comes down towards the earth. Either way, we're staying here for about 3 rounds of breath. So as you inhale, create length. Send energy from the heel to the hip to the crown. As you exhale, soften. 2 more. Inhale. And exhale. Last time. Inhale. And exhale. Lovely. Very mindfully release the bind. Plant the palms in towards the earth. Remember, you have a couple options. You can move into modified side plank. That just looks like this. You bring the ankle towards the side. Left leg comes up and around. You reach up towards the sky. You're still working a lot of muscle in the body, so don't feel like a softer variation is any less work. If you want to make that full transition, you're going to hang out in lizard lunge. Tuck the toes, lift the knee, activate the obliques, circle yourself up and around. And then once again, we're pressing the hips up towards the ceiling. Instead of dumping towards the shoulder, I'm pushing the earth away and then reaching my left fingertips towards the sky. Maybe I look at my thumb, maybe I look forward, maybe I look at the sky. Either way, I'm here for 3. Here's 2. On 1, I exhale, bring it back into my plank pose. Beautiful. On the knees or on the toes. Inhale, shoulders past the wrists. Exhale, chaturanga. Bring the belly all the way down. Now this time we're going to play with upward facing dog, but we're going to extend the arms over to the top right corners of our mat, maybe even off. Tuck the pubic bone in, press into the tops of the feet. Inhale, reach to the crown of the head, roll the shoulders back. And then exhale, bring it down and fold. 2 more, inhale. And exhale. We're going to take 1 more breath here. We're going to hold the last one. Inhale, bring the heart forward, reach to the crown of the head, peel the shoulders back in space, and really open through the front side of the body. You're going to breathe here for 3. Here's 2. On 1, you're going to exhale, bring the chest down, plant the palms underneath the shoulders, send yourself up and back, downward facing dog.
If your downward facing dog doesn't look fully extended, that's okay. Bend through the knees as much as possible and then create length from the wrist to the shoulders to the hips. So instead of rounding like this or like this, I want you to bend through the knees so that you're creating length throughout the upper portion of the body. We're just going to take a couple rounds of breath here and then we'll close down our practice. Here's 3. Here's 2. And 1. Take your gaze forward, bring the knees back down towards the earth. We're going to take a couple cycles of cat and cow just to notice the difference between the front and the back side of the body. Inhale, belly comes down, heart comes forward, shoulders move back in space. As you exhale, tuck the chin in towards the chest, send the pubic bone in, send the navel up towards the sky. 2 more. Inhale, arch the back dramatically as possible, create space through the front side of the body. Inhale. As you exhale, send it in the opposite direction, tuck the pubic bone in, open through the back side. 1 more, inhale. And exhale. Lovely, lovely, lovely. From here, come back into your neutral spine. Cross the ankles, bring the sits bones back behind the heels. And now we're going to revisit the pose that we started in. So Akasana, easy sits pose. If you want to move into a half lotus, full lotus, you're more than welcome to. And we're just going to revisit a couple things that we did earlier in our practice, just so we can notice and bring light into the extra sense of spaciousness that we've created in just a short amount of time. So press the palms in towards the knees. As you inhale, send the heart forward. As you exhale, round it through. Inhale, send the heart forward. Exhale, round it through. 1 more, inhale. And exhale. Lovely. Inhale, reach the crown of the head. Take your twist over towards the right side so the left palm touches the thigh. Right hand supports you. Lengthen through the spine. As you exhale, the shoulders are going to guide you in towards a twist. So think about twisting from the middle portion and the upper portion of the spine. Inhale, reach. Exhale. Inhale, reach. And exhale. Lovely. Bring yourself back through center. And then as you exhale, move it towards the opposite side. Left hand supports you. Right hand gives you leverage. Inhale, reach. Exhale, twist. Inhale, reach. And exhale, twist. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Gently unravel the spine. Take your gaze forward. Place the fingertips on towards the ground. We're going to take our fold one last time. Inhale. And exhale. Remember, if you're still feeling a lot of tension, a lot of tightness in the lower portion of the body, you can keep the spine straight. Looks like this. If you want to move a little bit deeper, the forearms guide you. If you're ready to reach, as you continue to create length throughout the body, pretend as though you have a gentle palm pressing into the low back as the fingertips continue to reach forward. We're going to hold this here for 3. Here's 2. And 1. Very gently roll yourself up, vertebra by vertebra. Inhale. Send the opposite leg in front. Inhale, reach. Exhale, fold to your level of flexibility. Remember, this isn't so much about getting into the deepest version of the pose, if not creating space and allowing each individual posture to be made with integrity, with presence, and with acceptance of where we are in the body, in the mind, in the breath, in this exact moment. Breathe here for 3. Breathe here for 2. And lovely. Very gently roll yourself up, vertebra by vertebra. Get yourself in the most comfortable version of the easy sits pose. So it might mean that you put that opposite leg in front again, right? Inhale, circle the arms up and around. Exhale, bring the hands down to your heart center. Gently press the palms and the fingertips in towards one another, closing down the eyes. And then revisit that intention, that affirmation, that mantra that you set in the beginning of the class. I want you to feel it in your mind's eye. I want you to feel it in your gut, in the pelvic floor, and in the heart. And know that every time you step onto your mat and you move with intention, you move with breath, you move with integrity. Your body is playing with the energy that surrounds you, and your body is playing with the energy that is within you. So when you set an intention for every single practice, you're creating some momentum, some circulation, some life to manifest that either inwards or outwards, depending on what your intention was. Give yourself a deep inhale, creating as much space through the body as possible, widening through the rib cage in all directions. Hold it at the top of the inhale. As you exhale, let it go. One more breath, inhale. And exhale. Beautiful. Bring your prayer hands to your third eye center. The light in me honors and acknowledges the divine light in you. Namaste.